Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zane, better known as the King Bahamut, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy I on the NES. It is the start of a new day. I am pumped to record, so let's go. In the last episode, we made it to the town of Melmond, which we learned has been under attack from a vampire in the Earth Cave. And off-screen, as you can see, I am now level 15. I did some grinding, as per usual, and I did some equipment switching around. I bought the steel armor for Brian, which was probably not necessary at all, but considering the amount of money I made, I thought it would be, nice to have for the journey coming up. I also equipped the dragon sword to my character, my red mage. It is slightly stronger than the rune sword that I was carrying. It also sells for quite a bit, though, and it's really only 1 point of difference. I personally think that every point of attack point matters when you're playing this game. Can make a decent amount of difference. As for magic, I got the Life, Harm 3, and Heal 2 spell for my white mage, Fire 3 and Cure 3 for my red mage, and Fire 3 for my black mage. The Bane and Warp spells are also very good. Warp you will need to get later in the game because none of your characters will be able to equip it. But there is something that will happen later on in the game that will make it possible for you to purchase that spell. So anyways, we're all set and ready to go, so let's make for the Earth Cave, which is to the west of Melmond. Okay, so you want to follow the coastline to the south and west. Oh, we have a new enemy, a hyena. I think it's supposed to be a hyenodon, is what they're called in later versions of the game. I'm just going to run, because I don't feel like dealing with 4 somewhat strong enemies right now. Assuming we can run away, guys. Okay, there we go. Alright, so follow the coast southwest. I think I'm supposed to go through this passage in the mountains. And we have shadows here. I don't think I mentioned this back in the Marsh Cave when we were fighting the images, which were weaker versions of these shadow enemies. They can inflict dark on your party members, which in modern terminology would be the blind status, which makes it hard for your characters to hit anything. So they're kind of not worth the trouble. We go through here. This is not where we're supposed to go. This is the Titan's Tunnel. This is an area that'll be important later. No one passes this road. Yeah, we can't get through here, but... Oh, there are enemies in this place. I did not remember that. So yeah, there's enemies here, and we can't get through. But you'll remember that there was a villager in Melmond who said that the Titan likes eating rubies. So that might be a important hit for what we have to do later on. And unfortunately, in this battle, I'm going to have a bunch of my attacks do nothing because they're targeting an enemy that's already dead. This is why I don't care for that particular mechanic of having to pay attention to what enemies you target. It's not too much of a big hassle. Alright. So I believe we have to follow this little isthmus south. I don't know if isthmus is the correct term. Run away from this battle, please. think that this is actually where we need to go. Cutting away. Alright, so go through this cave. And yes, this is the Earth Cave, with some pretty awesome music, actually. I think this is actually one of the few tracks where I like the original 8-bit version of the song more than the updated versions that appeared in later versions of Final Fantasy 1, later releases of Final Fantasy 1. The Earth Cave. As you can see, there's a decent number of branching pathways, and we also have bulls. Just regular bulls, not zombuls. They're not quite as strong as the zombuls, but they can be pretty tough, especially if you aren't careful. I say that and he goes down in 2 attacks. But they give a pretty decent chunk of experience and money. Again, not as much as the zombuls, but... And over here we have a booby trap. This is an earth elemental. These guys, think of them as mini-bosses, because they can be quite rude. They have pretty high attack power, and they hurt quite a bit. And they can take a decent amount of punishment. I recommend casting a powerful fire spell on them, because they are weak to fire. And other than that, we're just going to try and bonk them on the head. Oops. Take 90 damage in the process. 94 damage, or... I don't actually remember what it said. Thankfully, after a few good strong hits, goes down and gives us a pretty good chunk of experience and money. But now I have to heal because I took a bunch of damage in that fight. I would actually say that the Earth Cave is probably not quite as hard as the Marsh Cave, just by virtue of there not being a million different enemies that can inflict poison status in this game. Or, in this dungeon. I say that it's a new day and I'm more awake for this recording than I was for the last couple of recordings, but I don't know. I'm still very new to Let's Playing, and my commentary is not quite as polished as you may be expecting from more established Let's Players. I do not want to fight 6 Cobras right now, because I want to conserve my spell charges, and fighting groups of enemies when you only have 2 physical attackers, fighting large groups of enemies when you only have 2 physical attackers is maybe not the best idea. Alright, I think that next we want to go down the right path and use a couple heal potions, just for the sake of keeping ourselves topped off. And we go down this set of stairs and get in a fight. Some arachnids. Okay. I think that we want to go down this pathway. I'm kind of stumbling around a bit. You'll have to forgive me. I don't really want to be checking my guide I'm using too much, because it kind of screws up the pace of episodes when I do that. So you'll have to forgive me, because I don't exactly remember these dungeons very well off the top of my head. I mean, some dungeons are a little bit more straightforward than others. But I think that I can get away with it a little bit better, because the Earth Cave, like I said, it's not a dungeon where... Like, dungeons in this game, I've said before, it's really not good to get lost in any dungeons in this game because of just how limited your resources are and how quickly you can run out of resources if you aren't careful. But this is a dungeon where I feel I can get away with it. So we get a coral sword in this chest, a cabin, and we get 300 gold, 330 gold. This game is really weird with giving you very specific amounts of gold, like 330 or 1,020. It's so odd, I don't get it. Okay, so next, and we also have these bats. I do not understand why the bats have to be like freaking overworld NPCs. Because all they do is just get in the way of and block pathways. I mean, they're easy to work around, because you can just, as long as you just keep holding the direction you want to go, you'll eventually shove them out of the way. But I just find it a little stupid that they can block your pathways. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference, though, so... so many enemies. See, it's annoying, because every enemy encounter that we get means I have to cut away. Oh, and we have another Earth Elemental. I think I'm just gonna have all my characters attack. I want to be somewhat sparing with the amount of spell charges I use. I think I can get away with that. He says as he takes 60 damage from an attack on the character with the most defense. Should give you an idea of how dangerous these guys can be if you aren't careful. Which is precisely why I'm just going to have everyone use basic attacks. Oh, that was triple-digit damage. I am paying the price for my arrogance. But we still won. And that's what matters. 300 experience a pop. Oop. Okay. Claim the treasure. A wooden shield that we don't need. More money. And 5,000 monies. That's a very good deal. And after doing a quick bit of healing... Unfortunately, the problem with booby trap tiles is that they will always trigger when you walk over them, meaning you do have to fight this guy twice. Which... can't say I'm a fan of that, but we can make this battle go a little bit faster by casting Fire 2 on him. And have Risa get off a heal that's basically just going to top off our HP, because he didn't actually hit anybody yet. And unfortunately I take a bunch of damage in the process. And he's not dead. Oh, that... Wow, he does less damage to he did less damage to Lewis than he did to me. It was funny because Lewis and my character have the exact same defense stat, because my character is still equipped with the chainmail, but Lewis, I got a silver bracelet for him, which I believe actually has the same defense value as the chainmail. Because I did a quick test of that when I purchased the armor. Good lord. So many enemies here. It's another thing to dislike about dungeons. Now, this bat just happens to be in the worst place possible. And because of it, we have to fight these enemies. Which, that's fun. Alright, get out of my way, please. Move. Move, bitch. Get out the way. I'll go down this set of stairs here. I don't think this is where I actually want to go just yet. Oop. Okay, that wasn't a required battle. Or a booby trap, I should say. booby trap battles are technically not required. And just have some green ogres here. Or great ogres, I think they're supposed to be, but... I mean, they're colored green, and... I don't know where I was going with that statement. Commentary is just a rambling mess, as they say. In this treasure chest, we get a tent. It's not super helpful, but it gives us the opportunity to save on the overworld, so that is somewhat helpful, I guess. In a way. Oh, for fuck's sake, not these guys. Well, there's only 2 of them, so hopefully we'll be able to get rid of them somewhat quickly. There we go, just like that. One nice thing about this battle system is that you can just hold the A button down, and it'll scroll through the text automatically. Which, that's nice. Alright, and this door here. Get a good chunk of money. And more battles. Oh, cockatrices. I do not want to fight these guys because they are capable of inflicting a status that is very obnoxious. If you're familiar with your mythology, you'll know that cockatrices can petrify a character, which is kind of obnoxious because you may have guessed that didn't want to talk to this bat. Get out of the way. Characters getting petrified. They can only be unpetrified by the use of a soft potion. And soft potions are expensive and somewhat rare. So I recommend that you try to avoid fighting enemies that can petrify you. Try to avoid enemies that can petrify fights with enemies that can petrify you, because that can go south. Battling them can go badly very easily. Okay, so with that out of the way, I cannot move. I cannot move. This is why I don't like bats being tangible overworld NPCs, as they get in the way. I don't know, there's some, I guess it's more of a problem with this dungeon specifically because there's a lot of narrow passageways where it's very easy for them to get in your way. It's normally not the case though. They're usually left to more open areas. So whoa! That was triple-digit damage. That's very dangerous. Please run away. Come on. Oh, god damn it. I'm just going to use a Cure 3 spell. And Brian, you... Rise of Cassiel 2. Then Lewis just blast him with Fire 3. I'm getting emails on my phone. Probably should have set it to Do Not Disturb. Okay. So I think I'm out of danger for the moment. $15 damage? God, blessed. 15 damage twice. 25 damage. Please do more than 30 damage. I do not want to fight these guys. HP up. Close to full, actually. That was a good call. Why is my red mage, or my character, taking so much freaking damage from every one of these attacks? well, it wouldn't be so much of a problem, but because my character's in the front spot, he's getting the brunt of these attacks, and he's taking so much damage. It's actually kind of comical how badly I'm doing on the defense. Which is why I hope that this battle will be over soon. Please kill him. Thank you. Hey guys, remember when I said the Earth Cave was easier than the Marsh Cave? Yeah, the game is not happy about me for saying that. Restore my HP. Okay. In here. Oh, that's useless. That is very not useful. Treasure box here. I presume that's... Yep, that's a booby trap. Fun! Fun for everyone. Fire 3. Risa cast heal just in case. I say just in case, but it's actually kind of important to keep on top of healing with earth elementals. Alright. Lewis casts fire. Did 16 damage. Because the intelligence stat in this game does not work correctly. Because it's Final Fantasy 1 on the NES. It's very... well, I say very rare for things to work correctly in this game, but it's actually kind of doing the game a disservice. It's like, yeah, this game is glitchy, and there's large chunks of it that do not work correctly, but, like, the core of the game, you know, still functions. It's more than playable. Cockatrices. I'm just gonna run. Cutting away. Okay. Go through this. Oh, we are at the end of the dungeon already, or the end of this portion of the dungeon. Talk to this guy. All living things were born to die. No one can defeat me, the vampire. Yep, we've found him right away. It's the vampire. Vampire is, I want to say kind of a joke, but he can catch you off guard if you're not careful. But he is an undead monster, meaning he's weak to harm 3, as to the harm spells, as well as fire, so... well, I guess he was kind of a joke, because it just killed him in 2 attacks. The benefits of being level 15. And if we go through here, we can fight more images. Cutting away. Alright, that out of the way. Open the treasure chest, and we get a ruby! Favorite food of the Titan, as we heard. And if we go up through here, we find this suspicious-looking object. There is a stone plate on the floor. You sense something evil? That might be something to check out later. We can't do anything about that yet, though. But we have defeated the vampire, but we're not done with this dungeon, unfortunately, as much as I would like to be, because we still have a few bit of treasure boxes to attain. Now, I don't... there's no shortcut back to the beginning. Unfortunately, we do have to walk all the way back, to an earlier point in the dungeon if we want to claim the treasure chests. So I am just going to cut away, and I will see you at the place where we need to be. So, give me just a sec. Okay, finally back at the fork in the road where I need to go. My hand is falling asleep. So I believe we want to take the bottom path now in order to get... Whoops. In order to get goodies. Let me just run away from this real quick. Okay. So I think if we go over here... Yes, there should be... cobras. That's totally a thing we need. Give me a minute. So real quick, before I meet you back at Melmond, I'm stopping off here at Elfland to buy a couple of houses. Just so I can have a nice insurance policy against, nice insurance policy as like a just-in-case measure. And I'm also going to buy a bunch of pure potions and refill my stock of heal potions. So, meet you back in Melmond. Okay, and after that, we now have 11 houses, 99 heal potions, 22 pure potions. Brian and Risa got a couple of level ups. I'd say we're more than equipped to go find the Titan's Tunnel, which I actually found by accident before coming to the Earth Cave. So, give me just a minute and I'll meet you there. Alright, through the narrow mountain pass, down, get in a fight with more shadows, which always manage to ambush me, cutting away. Alright, here inside the Titan's Tunnel. Go up, over, around, talk to him.
If you want to pass, give me the ruby. Crunch, crunch, crunch. It tastes so sweet. Rubies are my favorite.
And he disappears. Which thankfully means that we can get through here. And we're on the other side of the cave. But we're still having to fight a bunch of ogres. Alright, with that out of the way. Go down here. And we have another cave. And this is Sarda's cave, I believe. We have this room here that doesn't serve any purpose. Go through this door here, and we find an old wizard. Talk to him.
Use this rod behind the vampire's room. Hiding deep inside, you will find the cause of the earth's rot.
So if we go into our inventory, we now have the rod. The rod to remove the plate from the earth. So this is how we get past that stone plate that we found behind the vampire's chamber in the Earth Cave, meaning that we can go deeper into the cave. And see what that evil presence we felt behind the stone plate is. But this episode has kind of been running long, so... excuse me. So I'm going to, real quick, go back to Melmond and use an inn again to save my game. And I will see you in the next part where we go deeper into the Earth Cave and see what's hiding beneath that stone plate. Until then, my name is Zane, better known as the King Bahamut, and I will see you in the next part. Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so compelled, if you enjoyed this video. See you next time.